Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll discuss about legal aspects of business, Unit 3. That is Factories Act and Payment of Wages Act. If you like this video, do subscribe my channel and like and share with your friends and comment your views in the comment section. So in Unit 3, the first chapter is Factories Act 1948. We'll discuss the introduction about that. So the first and foremost Factories Act in India was passed in the year 1881, and the act was principally designed for the protection of children, and also it provides for some health and safety measures. And the Factories Act 1881 was followed by new Factories Act 1891, 1911 and 1922, 1934. To implement the recommendations of the Royal Commission on Labour in India and the conventions of the International Labour Organization, the Factories Act of 1933 was passed. 1934 was passed. When the operation of this act was experienced, the effective administration was hampered by numerous shortcomings and flaws which include inadequate and unsatisfactory safety and health and welfare measures for the workers. So consequently, a need was felt for a new and revised legislation regulating the factories in India. As a result, the Factories Act 1948 was passed, which came into force on 1st April 1949. But the act was paused on 1948. The Factories Act 1948 is a piece of legislation covering all aspects regarding factories, namely approval, licensing and registration of factories, the inspecting authorities, health, safety, welfare, working conditions, working hours, employment of workers, including adults and young children, and annual leave and penalties, etc. We'll see the short title, extent and commencement under section 1. The act extends to whole of India including the state of Jammu and Kashmir. It had been extended to the union territories of Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Pondicherry, Goa, Daman and Diu, and it has also been extended to the state of Jammu and Kashmir in the year 1970. The provisions of this act are applicable to all factories including factories belonging to central or any state government unless otherwise excluded. We'll see the objectives of the act. So the Factories Act 1948 has been enacted for the following reasons: to consolidate and amend the law regulating the workers working in the factories, to protect workers employed in factories against industrial and occupational hazards, to secure for the workers' employment conditions conducive to their health and safety, to safeguard the interest of workers and protect them from exploitation. The Act prescribes certain standards with regard to safety, welfare and working hours of workers apart from the other provisions. And we'll see under section 2, we'll see the definitions of the Factories Act. It has some basic 12 definitions. The first one is adult. An adult means a person who has completed his 18th year of age. It comes under section 2A. Section 2B is adolescent. An adolescent means a person who has completed his 15th year of age but has not completed his 18th year. Third is calendar year. It comes under section 2BB, and calendar year means the period of 12 months beginning with the first day of January in any year. Child comes under the section 2C. Child means a person who has not completed his 15th year of age. Competent person comes under the section 2CA. Competent person means a person or an institution recognized by the chief inspector for the purpose of carrying out tests, examination and inspections required to be done in the factory under the provisions of this act, having regard to the qualifications and experience of the person and facilities available at its disposal, or the qualifications and experience of the persons employed in such institution and facilities available there. With regard to the conduct of such tests, examination and inspections and more than one person or institution can be recognized as a competent person in relation to a factory. Next, hazardous process. It comes under section 2CB. Hazardous process means any process or activity in relation to an industry specified in the first schedule where and a special care is taken raw materials used therein or the intermediate or finished products, byproducts, wastes or effluents thereof would cause that should cause material impairment to the health of the persons engaged in or connected or result in the pollution of the general environment. However, the state government may by notification in the official gazette amend the first schedule by way of addition, omission or variation of any industry specified in the said schedule. Next is a young person. It comes under section 2D. Young person means a person who is either a child or an adolescent. Next day, it comes under section 2E. Day means a period of 24 hours beginning at midnight. Next week, it comes under section 2F. Week means a period of 7 days beginning at midnight on Saturday night or such other night as may be approved in writing for a particular area by a Chief Inspector of Factories. Prime mover comes under section 2H. It means any engine, motor or other appliance which generates or otherwise provides power. Transmission machinery comes under section 2I. It means any shaft, wheel drum, pulley, system of pulleys, coupling, clutch, driving belt or other appliance or device by which the motion of a prime mover is transmitted to or received by any machinery or appliance. The final one is machinery. It comes under section 2J. Machinery includes prime movers, transmission, machinery and all other appliances whereby the power is generated, transformed or transmitted. See, some other definitions comes under section 2N and 2M as follows. Occupier comes under section 2N. Occupier of a factory means the person who has ultimate control over the affairs of the factory. However, in the following cases. First one is firm or other association of individuals. In the case of a firm or other association of individuals, any one of the individual partners or members thereof shall be deemed to be the occupier. In case of a company, any one of the directors shall be deemed to the occupier. And in case of a factory owned or controlled by the central government or any state government or any local authority, the person or persons appointed to manage the affairs of the factory by the central government, the state government or local authority as the case may be shall be deemed to the occupier. Further, in the case of a ship which is being repaired or on which maintenance work is being carried out in a dry dock which is available for hire, the owner of the dock shall be deemed to be the occupier of the purposes of any matter provided for by or under section 6, 7, 7A, 7B and 11 and 12. So section 70 in so far as it relates to the providing and maintenance of sufficient and suitable lighting in or around the dock. And when comes under section 18, 19, 42, 46 and 47 and 49 in relation to the workers employed on such repair or maintenance. The owner of the ship or his agent or master or other officer in charge of a ship or any person who contracts with such owner, agent or master or other officer in charge to carry out the repair or maintenance work shall be deemed to the occupier for the purposes of any matter provided by under section 13. We'll see about factory. It comes under section 2M. According to section 2M of the Factories Act 1948, factory means any premises including the precincts therefore whereon 10 or more workers are working or were working on any day of the preceding 12 months and any part of which a manufacturing process is being carried on with the aid of power or is ordinarily carried on or whereon 20 or more workers are working or were working on any day of the preceding of 12 months and any part of which manufacturing process is being carried out on without the aid of power or is ordinarily so carried on but does not include a mine subject to the operation of the Mines Act 1952 or a mobile unit belonging to the armed forces of the Union and a railway running shed or a hotel, restaurant or eating place. In simple words, a factory is a premise whereon 10 or more persons are engaged if power is used or 20 or more persons are engaged if power is not used in a manufacturing process. And we'll see the meaning of pressings. Pressings are usually understood as a space enclosed by walls or fences. The Factories Act is primarily meant for the welfare of the workers engaged in manufacturing process as a general class, and a legislature could not have intended to discriminate between workers engaged in a manufacturing process in a building and those engaged in such process on open land. That's it. We have covered all the definitions that comes under Factories Act. In next session, we'll see about the Protection Act on daily wages and what are the steps to be carried on Payment of Wages Act 1936. We'll see the introduction about that and we'll see detailedly Payment of Wages Act in the next video. Thank you.